Initializing recap.
I mean, you guys are going out into the fringe with just the three of you in the midst of the nobles amassing an army and building something suspicious that's going to burn down the whole forest. So, I mean, like, yeah, I'm a bit nervous.
Don't worry, you'll get a ship if we die.
That's a real cool way of looking at it, Cody. Thank you.
Okay, are we ready to head into the unknown once again? Just the three of us against an army?
Wouldn't want it any other way.
You see two vehicles crest up and over the chasm, and they are these motorcycles that are flying that have this massive drill on the front of them.
I'm going to 360 around towards the mesa that's coming up and take a shot at the top to try to cause an avalanche that will hopefully slide underneath it and will fuck up the guys behind us.
Oh, it's a natural one.
Damn.
The back half begins to lift, but the front half hits it and the barge flips. One of the tiles of the cracked earth lift up and is actually a vaulted hatch. You see this person come out.
You used a beacon as a means to trade with the Toppo. Then let's trade. We have a problem. If you help us with it, we might be able to help you. We think that they have somehow found us and implanted a watcher in the Toppo.
As you walk in, there's tons of Toppo. There is one person who stands about 6 feet tall. They slowly look at you, and you guys look at him, and then they fucking run.
Recap complete.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I have but 2 questions for you. Are you ready to rock?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Secondly, and more importantly, are you ready to roll?
Hell yeah.
I still feel bamboozled from last week, so.
So,
Good.
I will say, full disclosure, I have a new dice. And Dane, you know this because you got it for me on my birthday. So I'm going to be rolling it for the first time ever. Now, has Dane sabotaged me with some evil Space GM magic and it'll be garbage? I hope not. But on the other hand, of going back to our rolls in the campaign, and it can't get much worse, can it? I hope.
It can't get worse, dude.
Touch wood.
You guys are playing a dangerous game with these statements.
I know. Well, like, listening back to some of the episodes, like, my God. Last episode, literally, Terry's like, trust me. And I say, I trust you completely. And then rolls a 1 immediately.
Hey.
Like, I jinxed you. I think that was actually my fault, Terry.
I think I just have to play into the fact that Durrin, who is actually a good and capable engineer, it's not his like strongest abilities. So it's like when you don't really have a green thumb when you're planting a garden and everything just dies despite your best efforts and you know what you need to do. I think it's kind of like that, but with engineering.
You don't operate under pressure well, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Durrin was one of those kids who didn't test well.
Perfect for an assassin. Maybe that's why he's an ex-assassin.
Killing people and fixing a ship is 2 different things. You guys have been tasked to set out into the fringe, contact a nomadic underground tribe known as the Toppo in order to get access to the noble stronghold to see what they are currently building as a means to attack the Kaya. You managed to successfully contact them and met T22, who agreed to help you if you help the Toppo. They think that they have been infiltrated by one of the watchers of the nobles, the people who keep an eye on the tribes and report back to the king, and they led you down into their mobile bunker, and you were tasked in trying to figure out who the watcher was. And when you were introduced to the Toppo clan, there was a 6-foot-tall man who looked at you and just started running. So now, boys, what would you like to do?
Oh, we're giving chase.
We're pursuing.
Yeah, as I run after him, I want to look at T22 and see what reaction wise, are they shocked or are they kind of like, yeah, we knew.
Oh yeah, no, they give you a thumbs up, and they 100% knew who they were, but for whatever reason, couldn't do anything about it.
All right. Yeah. Leg it.
Okay.
let's do
Fantastic.
this.
So I believe this is going to be our first chase.
Oh, yeah.
I know we
Wait,
had like
does
a
Starfinder have chase rules?
I mean, they're more or less the same as Pathfinder, but we're going to be doing things a little differently. But yes, we're going to be going into not necessarily initiative, but we will be going round by round, and you will be telling me how you would like to react to what the person you're chasing is doing, and how you're going to try to like catch up to them or gain ground or recover and stuff like that. So the first problem is you are currently running through what looks to be the main living quarters of the Toppo's mobile bunker. It is almost like a prison, like an Alcatraz style. So there are these small cells all along the wall, and then there is a 3-story metal staircase and metal walkways that cross between the two, and every floor has more of these cells in between. There's also these hanging nets and cables that are filled with various salvaged materials hanging from the roof. And this seems to be the most densely populated, as this 6-foot dude is just throwing Toppos out of the way just hauling ass towards the back of the room. We're going to start with Durrin. What would you like to do to catch up with them?
I wish I could actually just climb on walls and shit. I don't think I have spider climb or anything like that.
It'd be pretty fucking crazy if a non-caster did, but
hey, I have mirror image.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is true.
Are there any like service tunnels or something along that, like something I can like fit my tiny body through to get around the people? Because I don't imagine like I can't bully my way through them. So is there like a service tunnel or something similar? Or you did mention the nets above. So I guess, is that the only way, or is there another way I can go around the crowd?
So the nets above are about it's like a 3-level thing. You'd have to either go to the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor to get onto these nets. It would be too much of a jump to get to them from the ground floor. But give me an engineering check, and I will let you know if you can find something that your small Yosoki body can scurry into.
Oh my god! Oh yes, 31.
Yeah,
31.
you see that this thing has plenty of small, I wouldn't call them service tunnels, but things that they use to like slide stuff around. This whole thing is filled with salvaged materials, and they have to have a way to like move them around. And it seems like there are these sort of conveyor belts in the walls. So if you would like to do that, you would have to choose the left side or the right side. And judging by how that engineering check, one is going to be going towards the back and one would be going away from the back.
Do I know with my engineering check at all?
You don't know until you get over there.
All right. I'm going to roll a d4. If it's odd, I'm going to go right. We're going to the right one.
Okay. So you scamper on over, you jump in through the little flap, and the conveyor belt starts pulling you in the opposite direction.
Ah!
They're all left-handed.
You can try to...
Was that the hint?
No.
Was that the hint?
No, I thought it was like...
I mean, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Right,
you can try to do an athletics to keep gaining ground. So give me an athletics check, please. Or you can also just get out. It's your option. But that would be you not making any progress.
I will just get out. I'm not going to attempt to fight. Go up the down escalator on this one. Okay.
So Cody and Merrick, you notice that Durrin is somehow now behind you.
Good idea, Durrin. I love it.
What are you doing? He's going this way.
I'll catch up to you a bit. I got a shortcut, hopefully.
Merrick, what are you doing?
Merrick's going to go full pursuit. So with my jet dash feed, I can move at 6 times. When I run, I move at 6 times my speed, not 4 times. So I'm quick as all heck. I'm just going to like high chase, high pursuit. Just going to out-fitness this guy.
So unfortunately, I don't believe you can run through difficult terrain, which all of these Toppo are considered as.
It's all right. I'm good at difficult terrain too.
Can you move through difficult terrain?
Does it count as desert?
No. These sentient living creatures are not a desert.
I don't know. We're in a desert area. Just
what if we dry them out a lot?
That's all right. I'm going to go for pursuit either way.
Yep, perfect. So tell me how you are moving through these people, because I will need a check from you.
Yeah, so like a football player, I'm using like swimming arm motions to sort of just like throw these little guys out of my way, using all four of my appendages to try to go wide to clear as much space. Especially if Cody's coming behind me, I want to get as many out of the way as I'm sort of forcing my way, brute force through.
Okay, give me an athletics check, please.
Gladly. That will be a 16.
Okay, yeah, you manage to. You're not quite as efficient as the Watcher seems to be, because they don't really seem to give a shit about the safety of the Toppo. So I feel like you're actively trying to also not cause serious injury to these little guys.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, so you do manage to make progress, but you haven't caught up. Cody, what are you doing? Merrick is currently sort of yeeting the Toppo out of the way and making somewhat of a path, but not enough really to give you a clear shot.
So the guy's still on like the ground floor, right?
Correct, yes.
Does it look like, like the upstairs follows the ground as well? Like there's no way that like, the upstairs only goes like say 2 blocks, but then downstairs keeps going?
No, it runs the whole length of the room.
All right. I feel like Cody, there's no point in just following Merrick. He would want to like get a different angle. So he's going to try to like climb up to the second floor.
Okay, you will still have to wade through the Toppo a little bit unless you want to climb the outside of the stairs.
Can I like wall jump and just like jump onto the upper kind of deck?
Sure, give me an acrobatics check.
Sure. Your dice have cursed me. That's an 8.
You run and go to jump off the wall, but your hand goes, or your foot kind of goes through one of the flaps and hits that conveyor belt that's going the wrong way. And you don't get as much of a jump, but you manage to grab the railing of the first landing of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where you're at right now.
Was that your first roll with that dice?
It was, yeah.
Okay,
It was a 2.
cool. Sweet. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
I told you.
It needs to
Space
warm up,
Jam magic.
that's all.
Cody just yells out like, "I'll go high, you go low."
He looks behind and he sees Merrick gaining a pretty considerable ground. He wasn't expecting you to do more or less the same thing he's doing. And he looks at the crowd ahead of him, and he looks at Cody hanging on the... Are you on the left side or the right side, Cody?
I guess I left.
Okay. I mean, yes, it would make sense that you were on the right side, actually, if you hit the wrong conveyor belt. So is that okay if we say you're on the right?
Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I just need mentally to know where everyone is. He's going to make a hard left and start climbing up the left staircase. Durrin, it is your turn. You're still at the back. You see Cody dangling from the first landing of the stairs on the right. Merrick is just carving a path through all the Toppo, and you are kind of where you start.
Yeah. So we're gonna realize our mistake, and we're gonna take the left conveyor belt and dive through there to try to gain some ground on him.
Okay, perfect. Give me an engineering check to see if you can like time it and come out at the right place.
Okay.
And depending on how you roll, you could tell me like where you're aiming. If you're trying to get to the stairs, if you're trying to get to the back of the room, you let me know.
So I'm trying to visualize it. I'm imagining like a big long room. Mm-hmm. Is he heading up like the first set of stairs, the second set? And is there another set beyond that?
There's 3 flights of stairs. There's one that Cody is currently jumping onto. Then midway through the room, there's a second set of stairs that he's currently running up. And then at the back, there's a third set of stairs, which is kind of like at the end of the room.
All right, I'm aiming for that third set of stairs.
Okay, give me an engineering check, please.
I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to ride this conveyor belt, and you pop out onto at the back of the room at the foot of the third furthest staircase.
Okay.
Is there something else you want to start doing?
I think as I'm diving into it, I am just gonna grab Cody's attention a little bit in case he can't make it up the stairs if he's on the wrong conveyor belt, and point to it as I'm diving through, and maybe he notices where I end up, maybe not, but more so just so he knows how the conveyor belts are working.
I assume this is a diehard situation where I won't fit in.
Yes, you are too big for these conveyor belts. They are meant for like bins of material, not for people.
Man, it's a pity that Cody's just so yoked.
How am I not people?
Just so deezed.
Just
You're little.
so swole. You're svelte.
Yeah, you're just a little guy.
Okay.
Merrick, what are you doing? You notice that you're about to get out of this swarm of Toppo, who are now sort of realizing what's happening, are now trying to get out of your way, and the guy is going up the staircase to your left.
How far away is he from me?
I'd say about 20 feet.
Can I use my gravity hold ability on him?
Is that something you need to like attune to, or is that something you can do whenever?
Well, I just have to be attuned. So if I go into my graviton mode at all, which I can do this round, I can just use that ability.
Sure.
So let me make sure the distance is correct, so I don't ruin this chase.
I think you have 30 feet, right?
I think it's 30 feet.
On the second floor, Dane, how many, like, is there kind of the same level of people milling around, or is it like you have more freedom of movement, kind of?
Much more freedom of movement. Also, the Toppo are starting to realize that you're there to help, and you're there chasing the Watcher. So they weren't actively trying to slow you down. It was just, when something breaks out like that and there's that many people, chaos ensues. They're now sort of like making sure they're out of your way. So the ones on the second and third floor seem to be going into their like little living cells and getting out of the way to protect themselves and to, subsequently
not be yeeted by the
you.
four-arm man.
Yes.
Cool. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yes. Will. Every game is different, dude.
Wasn't it 4?
Well, I've rolled my dice. Just let me know what modifier I'm adding.
100%. Fortitude, yeah.
Fortitude is a 19.
He saves, so it doesn't affect him. In this moment, Merrick channels gravity, trying to bring it in and halt him from causing any more havoc. It fails in that moment, so Merrick's just going to pursue him up the stairs.
Cool, yeah. You take a second to like center yourself and really try it, and you see him like get slowed for a second, and he manages to break free and meet his stride again. Cody, you're currently dangling on the like halfway up to the second floor. What are you doing, buddy?
Can I just power up with athletics?
You sure can.
Hell yeah. Okay, there we go. That's much better. That's going to be a 22.
Cool. So I will say with the 22, you can either like jump up or like get up onto the stairs, or if you want, you can sort of like climb up to the actual second floor.
Yeah, I'm going to just like dino up, like just fucking jump, grab on, and like swing up.
Yeah, now that you have a proper footing and there isn't a moving conveyor belt in the way, you are much more capable and you manage to get up onto the second floor. What would you like to do?
I guess just start moving towards them, even though I'm on... There's like interconnecting bridges from right to left, yeah?
Yes, so the way it kind of works is it's staircase, then there's a little bit of space and a bridge between the two, staircase, bridge between the two, staircase.
Cool. I'm just going to start bucking it down towards where he is on the other side, and if he starts to go up again, I'll like match.
Okay, cool. Give me an athletics check to see how you're handling this run.
That's a 12.
Okay, that's not terrible. You're doing all right. Oh, bad things only happen after an under 10, unless you're doing something crazy. So you're able to keep your pacing, and you're nearing the second set of stairways that he's coming up, and he crests up to the top of that staircase on the left-hand side, and you are sort of completely perpendicular to him. And once he realizes that Durrin is at the foot of the third staircase and Merrick is right behind him and you're on pace with him on the side, he looks over at those netted sacks, jumps up onto the railing and leaps over to it and begins swinging from netted sack to netted sack. And he's now sort of pendulum swinging across the middle of the room towards the back.
Hell yeah.
Durrin, what are you doing? He's currently sort of in between floor 2 and 3 and swinging towards you, but much higher than you.
Okay. How's the crowd below him?
They've all sort of gone into their respective cells. They're getting out of the way. They don't want any part of this. They don't want to get hurt, and they also don't want to slow you down.
Okay. I'm only doing this if there's no one underneath the netted sacks, as you put it.
Yep, no. They've all cleared out. The floor is mostly clear.
Okay. I
Hey,
want
if
to
you roll
take
one,
aim.
maybe there's a small Toppo baby
No,
crawling out.
That's what I'm scared. You've made me scared of natural ones, Dane.
And a minivan pulls out from.
You punish me so hard on my natural ones, so I don't
And
trust you or
that's-
my dice.
That's the bunker's weak spot. If it gets hit with a certain amount of force, it does collapse. All of it. No. You there is no one underneath these netted sacks.
Okay. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that canon-wise, there's no one underneath these net sacks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take aim from where I am and try to shoot like one of the whatever's holding up the sacks on the one he's about to grab to hopefully like throw him off balance and maybe cause him to tumble off of them.
Okay, fucking love it. Give me an attack roll. I'm going to say this is pretty far. What weapon are you using?
Depending on how far it is, I would either if it's pretty far, I would probably use my rifle.
Okay, what's your range on your rifle?
Oh, actually, the range on my pistol is 80 feet, so I might as well just use that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say that.
Or would you
would reach?
Or would you prefer the 100 feet from my rifle?
No. I will say that each floor is about 20 feet, so it's about 60 feet up. I will say because it is a small latch, you'll have to hit an AC of let's say 15.
All right. You know what? For aesthetic purposes, it will be my rifle as I pull it out from over my shoulder, watch him as he's swinging along the sacks, and take aim at the next one. 21.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
16 on the die, baby.
You shoot it, and as he's about to jump to it, it falls, and he's now pendulum swinging again. And I'm gonna say, you know what? I really like this. So he's going to try to do an acrobatics check.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad, but he is in sort of like mid-reach for it and begins falling. And I'm going to make him take 4d6 of falling damage.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that is 11 points of falling damage as he hits the ground pretty fucking hard and like, you know, gets pelted with all this rubble and salvaged material. He's now on the ground floor. And Durrin, he looks at you. Merrick, what would you like to do?
I guess I have to follow him. So I'm going to leap after him, I guess. Try to take the fall damage if I have to and just try to be there to help defend Durrin.
Okay, yeah, you're about 20 feet up, so give me an acrobatics check, please.
Durrin, I'm coming.
I'm probably going to need some help on this one.
That will be a 23, Dane.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you are able to get back down the stairs. I will let you take another action if you want. But I won't say that you are like right on him because he's about like he's pretty much at the midway point between stairs 2 and 3.
I'm just going to get as close as possible. Like I'm going to try to draw him towards me and not Durrin.
Okay, give me an athletics check to see how your run goes.
Cool. That'll be a 17.
Perfect. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, you start closing in on him pretty fucking well. Cody, you are at the stair number 2 on the second floor. Mm-hmm. You see Durrin has shot this man out of the air, and Merrick is closing in on him.
You know what? I'm going to... Because he's between 2 and 3, right? And I'm just about at 2?
Yeah, you're pretty much at 2, yeah.
And I assume I can like easily lean over with a gun from the like walkway.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to go between 2 and 3 and lean over with my Gulch gun and point it down at them and say, if I were you, I'd stay where you are. Hands up.
Cool. Give me I would say this is an intimidate, right? You're pointing your gun at him. You're trying to scare him into not running anymore.
My beautiful social skills. Oh, well, take a look at that. That's a 19 on the die. But I'm pretty sure... Well, I have a -1, and I think I take even more negatives because I have flat effect as a racial feature. No, that's only sense motive. So 18 total.
Okay, not bad. You see him reassessing the situation, and not exactly when he wanted to use this ability, but he's going to do it. He pulls his like Toppo disguise glove off, and you see underneath that he has this sort of black suit with a yellow circuitry running through it, at least like on his glove, and he presses his hand onto the ground. And Durrin and Merrick, you're gonna have to give me a reflex save, please.
Cool.
16, Dane.
Okay, Durrin.
So it hesitated on a natural 20 before going to a 2. So that is an 8.
Okay. Oh, damn. Durrin, you take 13 points of electrical damage as a course of yellow electricity scatters along the metal floor. Merrick, you don't have evasion, right?
I do not.
Okay, then you take 6 points of damage, of electricity damage. And Durrin, you're going to have to give me a fortitude save, please.
Oh, cool. My worst save. 18.
Okay, you pass, and you don't get stunned.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh, is stun awful in this one?
You just can't move.
That's pretty bad.
And he's going to, with Durrin zip-zap-zooping about, he makes it to the end of the room. Durrin, I don't imagine you have any means of taking an attack of opportunity because he's running past you, right? Because you have your gun out?
No, I'm pretty sure like you can't take attacks of opportunity really, like with a ranged weapon or anything like that. So I'm assuming
it's probably a feat or something. But I'm just double checking. Cool. Then yes, he makes it to the end of the room and enters into the next compartment. Durrin, it is your turn. You are a little singed, but
if
he just ran past you.
Yeah, if he just read past me, I'm 100% just giving chase at that point, hoping the other boys are going to catch up in a second.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pursue.
Give me an athletics, please.
Not acrobatics or anything like that?
If you can give me a reason as to why any of your other skills would work, you let me know. But if you're just flat running, it's an athletics.
Yeah, it's going to be just a flat run. It's a 15. It's not bad.
Okay, great. Yeah, you don't have to worry if you roll less than 10.
Oh, okay.
Then yes, you are in hot pursuit. Merrick, what would you like to do? He's entered into the next thing. Durrin is just behind him.
I gotta go. We're just moving forward. At this point, I will manifest my Solarian Blade into my hand, draw my pistol into one of my other hands, and I'm just booking it through the door.
Cool. Cody, you are on the bridge between 2 and 3, and you see them starting to enter into the room behind you. There is a door to the next room on the second floor as well.
Okay. I guess I'm going to go through that way.
Okay.
Yeah, just like burst it open if it's unlocked, and
cool.
Keep going.
Beautiful. It is an athletics check, please, and thank you.
Oh, you know it. Do I get it? If there's any way I could shoot him at some point, I would like to do that. That's going to be a 22 athletics.
Yeah, that's great. I will say that you are able to get over top of him. If you would like to take a shot off at him, what is the range of your Ghost gun?
I believe it is 20 feet.
Then you are 20 feet up. And now that all three of you are in this room, you enter into what looks like a long dining hall with these tempered metal bench that runs the length of the room. This one is about half the size of the living quarters, with these benches and chairs of various makes and model, but most of them are metal or wood. There's a few plastic ones as well. And this seems to be the only room that doesn't have those like carts of salvage material or the netting above. And it is set for what looks like a dinner service. There's these metal plates and metal cutlery all down the table, and small drinking receptacles everywhere. And Cody, if you'd like to take your attack roll, yes, you can absolutely reach him because he's coming through the door as well.
Cool. Now the floor is not metal, right? Just all the chairs and everything?
Pretty much everything in this is metal.
Damn it.
It is
because he's an electric boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to shoot a big 20-foot gout of flame at him. That's going to be a 15.
To hit his EAC?
Yes.
I assume so. It's energy, right? I don't think it's kinetic.
Yeah, it's like fire.
Then yes, I will say this is EAC, and yeah, you hit him.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And Cody just
Very
says, should have stayed down.
He's now just like booking it, and he runs and he jumps up onto the table, and as he's running along it, he throws down these small devices all along the table and turns and looks at you.
Like me?
Oh.
And all three of you guys as you enter the room, and he once again he like pulls up the trench coat sleeve and he presses a button as the little devices on the table begin humming with like a whoom, and the cutlery and plates begin wobbling and lifting up into the air. And he presses another button, and those little devices expel a pulse of energy, and they all go flying towards you. So reflex save for everyone except for Cody, actually, because he's above.
Cool.
So Durrin and Merrick.
Okay. I got an 18.
I got a
And
6.
you have evasion. Oh boy.
I do have
You have evasion, yes?
Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, sure do.
So you manage to... How do you dodge this?
I'm a little guy. I imagine he's probably aiming higher for the other lad that's with me. So I just dive and duck under, and
Nice.
hopefully take a shot next turn.
Merrick, you're going to take 7 points of slashing damage as all this cutlery and plates begin just launching towards you. And you see him exit out of the end of the room. What would you like to do, Merrick?
Just have to keep going.
Oh my God, he's
sorry,
already out of the
Durrin.
room.
Durrin. Yeah, this room isn't nearly as long as the last one.
Oh, I was hoping to kneecap him on the way out.
I mean, he's
No, he's not getting
still
his
within
chance.
range if you have the range. Like if you want to use your rifle, it's definitely within 100 feet.
Dude, I will not move towards him, and hopefully, as he's going out the door, I want to try to kneecap him. I don't know how you want to play that as non-lethal, but I definitely want to halt his movement as much as possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a attack roll against this KAC. Actually,
Okay,
you know what?
okay.
Let's call this a trip attempt if you want. If that's what you want to do, and you'll have to beat his KAC plus 8. Or if you want to just
Not a
do
trip
non-lethal
attempt.
damage. Okay,
It's
if you
not a
just want to
trip
do
attempt.
non-lethal damage, then it's just KAC, but it probably won't impact his ability to move.
You know what? Let's just see what happens. Let's roll. Let's make the attack. Let's see what happens. I have 1 shot left in this rifle, and after that point, I just have to stick to my pistol. Let's make an attack. Let's see what happens. All right.
Okay. Wait. So what are you doing?
I'm using my rifle to shoot him as he's exiting the door.
Okay,
If
so you're
that's
not trying
okay.
to trip him. You're just trying to hit him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hit him. I'm trying to aim for his legs if I can.
Okay.
21.
Ooh,
Yeah, you
Boys,
hit him.
I'm rolling some rocks today.
I love it.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, but don't say
It's
that.
already jinxed. It's been jinxed.
Wait, if Dane
It's like-
edits it out, does it still jinx us?
Not at all.
If you edit out my dice roll, is that a miss?
Oh, damn.
Holy shit! Max damage!
How much, baby?
8 points.
Nice.
As I take
Okay.
a dodge underneath all that shit that's coming at us, maybe sliding still as I take aim, cartridge flying out of the side, and just try to hit him. And 8 points, kinetic.
I assume
as
you're
fuck.
shooting under the table.
Oh hell yeah!
And
yeah.
you clip him in his leg, and you see him. You see a jolt of electricity come out, and you see his leg buckle, and he's gonna keep going. Merrick, it is your turn.
All right. So first movement, 30 feet. Can I get to the door at this point, or do I have to go around it to sort of get another eyesight?
To get to the end of the room?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a little bit longer than 30 feet. It's about 80 feet long.
Okay. Then I'll take full movement to get outside the door.
And
If
Cody,
you
what
full
would you
move,
like to
you
do?
can run, right? Do your
Yeah, I
160
can run, so
or
I can go whatever 30 times 6 is.
Well, you wouldn't be
Jesus,
able to run
180
because
feet?
you would have to curve around the table.
Okay, so
You have to run in a
running
straight
has to
line.
be a straight movement, does it?
Correct.
Like
yeah.
a charge?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will just go 2 movements then.
So Cody, what this looks like for you now is the upper floor ends, and there are 2 staircases down into the dining hall.
Okay, I guess I'll just try to jump off the railing.
Okay, give me a acrobatics, please. Where are you trying to land?
I'm trying to just land at the door to the next room.
Okay, that would be an 80-foot jump, is what you're trying to do.
Well, run and jump.
Okay.
It's like run to the end of the thing and jump off, or jump off now and run to the end of the thing.
What I'm saying
think
is,
more so-
the railing ends at the beginning of the room, and the stairs go down into the dining hall.
I thought it went like the length of the room.
No, it stops at this kind of like just overlooks the dining hall, and there's stairs down
Mhm.
into it.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I feel like I would just jump off the stairs and just keep running, or just jump off the railing and land, like, I guess, right below, and just keep going.
Okay.
Not too dramatic. That is a 14 acrobatics. Can I athletics instead for a 15?
No, jumping is acrobatics, I believe. Because I don't think this would require much athleticism to fall. But you're fine. Like you're good, and then you can make it to the end of the room. Yeah.
Cool.
As you guys sort of chase him into the next room, it is a kitchen of sorts. There is a sort of flat top that runs along the side, and on the right-hand side, there seem to be these bubbling vats of hot oil, which looks like just these very large deep fryer. And he stops at the opposite door. This room is much smaller. It's about 40 feet long. And he, once again, cocks his head as the three of you burst into this room, and he hits the side panel of this room and pulls the fire alarm as sprinklers descend into the kitchen and begin spraying water. And I don't know if you've ever seen what happens when water hits a deep fryer, but it's not good.
Yeah, it's not great. No.
No, it's not good. This is bad safety equipment. Someone
Also,
fucked up.
when electricity hits water.
Wait, this is an excellent question. Do most kitchens have sprinklers
No.
near the deep fryers?
Actually, they
Yeah,
usually
they
have
absolutely-
like CO2 suppression.
Yeah,
right?
they have their own suppression.
Hey, let me tell
units.
you, this is inspired by something that happened to me when I worked at a restaurant. The kitchen was so hot because the hoods weren't working that it broke the seal on the heat seal on the sprinklers while we were in full operation, and therefore the deep fryers were on, and literally
Damn.
flooded the entire back of house and half the front of house with scalding hot oil.
Damn. Okay.
Oh,
great.
good.
Holy
Which is-
shit.
Let me tell you what's happening right now. So everyone's going to have to give me a reason as to why you're not getting covered in hot oil.
So let me picture this. Is there like an island down the middle and then like two
Yes.
walkways, kind of like standard kitchen setup, or is it just like one way you can walk?
No, you've got it. In the center, there's like a prep area that has
Mhm.
like a rack of pots and various sort of like cookware hanging from it. And on the left-hand side, there's like a grill and a like flat top.
Well, Cody would try to get on the island for sure. Just like ground is made of lava rules.
Okay, yeah. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm going to head to the right of the island because for some reason I'm assuming the fryers are on the left-hand side.
The fryers are on the right-hand side. So if you're
cool,
going in
so
the
then I'll
other,
head
you'd be
to the
going
left.
left.
And I'll just try to outrun the oil from getting to my feet, I guess.
Okay, then I will need a reflex save from you. Durrin,
Yep.
what are you doing?
I'm hoping one of those like metal carts where they like, put like plates and things of like for the dishwashers or whatnots around, and I'm gonna hopefully try to jump on it with enough momentum to continue the chase.
I love
Okay,
that.
yeah. You're looking for like a little buster cart kind of situation?
Yeah, a little buster cart. Yeah.
Absolutely, I'll say that's in here. So I'm going to need acrobatics from you. Cody, I'm going to need athletics from you to jump up onto the island, and a reflex save from you, Merrick.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's a 19 athletics.
Yeah, you managed to get up onto the island.
Dane, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no, Dane.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Okay.
Hey, on the upside you have 4 arms. On the downside you have no feet.
You have... this is not bad. You take 5 points of fire damage,
Okay.
and you feel the scalding hot oil burning through the soles of your boots, and you're going to be taking burn damage on the next couple rounds.
That's fair.
And Durrin, what did you get on your acrobatics?
I got a 21.
Okay, yeah, you managed to do a diving jump onto this cart that sends you past Cody and past Merrick as you hit
I
the
feel
back
really
wall.
I feel bad about leaving Merrick behind because I didn't know this was what's going to happen.
Hey, he's not left behind. He's just running through the fire and the flames.
Nice.
Now, have we gotten Dragon Force for this part of the show?
I did, yes. That was
Yeah.
my subtle
Perfect.
hint.
God, that must be such an expensive license.
Hey, you know what? We deserve it.
We will be in debt for the rest of this show. For the rest of this show's existence, we will be paying it off. You guys exit out into a short hallway, or like a short sort of like section, and then into another large room. This time, this one it's like a rounded room, and it seems to be some sort of refinery or engine room, as there are these big old furnaces along the sides of the room, and down the center there is a conveyor belt with various chunks of rock and ore and other material that is being sort of run through down the center of it. And the watcher, as you guys enter this room, he hits another couple buttons on this electric, or this like control panel he has on his wrist, and you hear a bunch of the machinery come to life. And there are now these mine carts that are going horizontally through the gaps of the conveyor belt that are meant to sort of drop the material onto the conveyor belt, but now they're just like zipping past to slow you guys down. Durrin, what would you like to do? You're lucky enough that these are about height, or like head level. You're small enough that you don't have to worry about these boys. So you are at an advantage right now.
So since it's not head level, maybe can I see where he's going in the room, and like where is he heading to, I guess is my question.
He's still running towards the back of this mobile bunker, but give me a perception check, please.
Okay. 7.
Yep, it just seems like he's just running down the
sorry.
to the back.
Sorry, I literally just read my rank instead of like adding it to my dice. 11.
Yeah, no, still you through like the
right.
smoke and the haze and like the the shimmering heat, you're not able to see anything else. But it just seems like he's now just running towards the back of the room. Merrick, you have this conveyor belt that's running down. Oh, sorry, Durrin. Yes, what would you like to
do anything?
Yes, my apologies.
Yeah, no worries. I wasn't going to be super excited. I'm just going to, especially if the carts aren't going to like stop me from chasing him, I'm just going to give pursuit. I don't see what else I can do to help out.
Yeah. Just so you know, the conveyor belt is moving towards you, not in the direction that you guys are currently going. Furnaces off to the left and the right, and then there are 2 walkways, but currently there are these like minecart barrels that are currently zipping back and forth over the conveyor belt. How would you like to get past this, Merrick?
Okay, so there are things that will be coming at my face. Okay, hold on. I'm just having a hard time picture what we're dealing with right now.
So imagine a rectangular room. On the left and right exterior walls, there are furnaces.
Okay.
Down the center of the room, there's a conveyor belt that's moving towards you with like rocks and ore and stuff on it. And then horizontally on these tracks in between the furnaces, there are these barrels that are meant to like be loaded up with the conveyor belts from the side that Durrin was in at the beginning, and then winced over, transported over top of the conveyor belt, moving sort of like left and right across the room, dumped on, and then moved to the side again. But instead of having this controlled stop over the conveyor belt, dump, move over to the side, they're just whipping back and forth.
So in front of me, there could be a straight path on the side of the conveyor belt, but there's a bunch of moving things at my like waist length.
They're at your head.
Above. At my head.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And my legs are covered in grease, correcting.
Yes, and thank you for reminding me, you take 3 points of fire damage from the burning.
All right, so with my new burny, greasy legs, can I attempt a power slide down this hallway on my knees, using my greasy legs to propel me forward?
Absolutely. I'm going to want a acrobatics check for this, please.
Acrobatics? Okay, let's do it.
What's his grease bonus?
It's my grease bonus.
You know what? I'm going to give you a grease bonus. I'm going to give you a +2 to this check because you are greased up.
So that's going to be a 16 with my greasy bonus.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to say that with the friction and the heat of this room, you managed to sort of like remove any remaining grease off your feet, and that you will not be taking any more burn damage. And yes, you managed to slide under these mine carts. Cody, what are you doing?
So they're like hanging buckets, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. And they're not going in a circle around the room, just going left to right?
They're going left and right, yes. There's about like 6 of them all moving at different speeds or different like times across the middle.
Well, firstly, I want to try to grab a knife from the kitchen as I'm going.
Sure.
Is there any way I could throw it at the guy in this room, or is he too far?
You could definitely try to. He will have cover from the
Yeah,
buckets that are...
I pretty much imagine it's not going to go anywhere, but I also feel like it's what Cody would do. So he's going to throw that knife.
Sure.
That is going to be a 16.
You line up and you whip it down, and a barrel or one of the buckets swings by and it hits off the barrel or the bucket onto the conveyor belt and just starts like coming back towards you.
I can pick it up as I move past it, and I guess try to like crouch under the buckets and just move down the room, because I'm not greasy, so I can't slide.
You can't slide. Yes, you can attempt to like run through it with a reflex save, or you can like move at a half speed to crouch underneath it.
Yeah, I think I'll move at a half speed.
Okay.
Actually, no, fuck it. I'll do the reflex save.
Oh yeah.
That's a 10. Give me that bucket damage.
That's only 1 bucket damage.
Okay. Just fucking headbutt it out of the way.
Yeah, I imagine that you've got enough of a like run that it's not just 1 bucket, but it's like every bucket. But because you're moving at such a force, they're kind of like hitting at the same speed, and it's just like bing bonk, bing bonk, bing. And like you just power through it, and with your fickle robot skull, you manage to not take a whole lot of damage. You guys are guessing that you're nearing the back of the vehicle, and he reaches another door. Durrin, you didn't see him do this, but he picks up he's got like this large chunk of something off the conveyor belt, and he throws it into the fire, and whatever it is not meant to be burnt, as this plume of black smoke covers the doorway, and he disappears in it.
Okay.
I hate this guy so much. Like, I've never wanted to just kill somebody in this game so far than I do this man.
I'm trying to think. Do I have anything that can see through this? And I
Yeah, the rangefinder that we got, does it have any like thermal vision or any like different settings or anything, or is it just kind of like a telescope?
Yeah, it's just like a telescope.
Cool.
well, I don't have that. Merrick does.
The smoke is just in this room, and you see him go out through another door behind it.
Okay. In fact, all right. Can I make a life science check to see what he threw into the furnace?
It would be a physical science.
Physical science. Oh, cool. Just my intelligence. I guess I can't roll it because I'm not trained. I can't roll it. Okay. Yeah. Just try to push through the smoke and try to get to the door of where he is.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything, or?
You sure do. You're going to have to give me a fortitude save as you run through. But before we resolve that, Merrick, what would you like to do?
I rolled the dice for it. I'm keeping it.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to keep on jetting behind this man. I will just dive through the smoke, holding my breath.
Give me a fortitude save. And
I
Cody,
should have said that.
Yeah, I feel like with my burgeoning concussion from all the buckets, he's not thinking too hard. He's going to also run right through the smoke, which is cool because he doesn't need to breathe.
Sick.
I will say, yeah, okay. As an android that doesn't need to breathe, I will say that this won't affect you. Durrin, you need to give me a fortitude save, and Merrick, you said you're covering your mouth, so I'm going to give you a +2 to the roll.
Cool. So that will be a 22.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
And I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, that's very good. You guys burst through this smoke, and you finally have cornered this dude. And he turns to look at you, and he pulls off the Toppo mask and the like oxygen tank and the trench coat. He peels it off, and he reveals himself as a pale humanoid with these black metallic eyes that are glowing yellow, and he's in this black skin-tight jumpsuit, that has these pulsing yellow circuitry running through it, and his gloves, you've seen it used before, where there's almost like an Iron Man style glowing circle in the palms of his hands. And he stands there defiantly, looking at you. Please roll me some initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck. I feel bad about hurting this guy now. It's not like last episode where I just felt bad the entire time.
Do you know the way I've had a trend of not rolling great initiatives?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, that ain't changed.
Okay, Durrin, what'd you roll?
15.
Okay, Merrick?
That would be a hot 18.
Ooh, Cody?
8. I rolled a 2.
Right. I mean, this guy's already not doing great, considering how much damage he's taken during the chase. So as he looks at you, he clenches his fist, and these two sort of metal shields go over them. And he's going to charge. I think he's pissed off at you the most, Durrin, because you shot him down and you shot his leg. And
That's
he's
fair.
going to run over to you and attempt an attack. Does a 17 hit your EAC?
Oh, yeah, all day.
Well, boys, it's my first spell of the game.
What?
As he
What?
uses Jolting Surge on you.
Damn.
As
A
he's
lot
going
of
to
dice,
do
Dane.
Yeah.
4d8 electricity damage.
What?
Whoa!
Hi,
shit,
hi
dude.
Durrin.
As you take 12 points of electricity damage, as he grabs you by the collar, and electricity just courses through. You see the pulsing circuitry sort of fade in all of the other locations, except from his chest and down the left arm that he's grabbing Durrin with, as he courses electricity through you.
Okay, give me a second. 21, you said? Yeah?
I believe it was 12.
12.
Oh, I heard 21. I may be dyslexic. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Merrick, it is your turn.
Cool, so he's nearby because he charged Durrin, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to say the three of you are in the same spot. So, yeah, you guys are within hitting distance.
If you surrender, we'll let you live if you answer some questions, but if not, then you might have to die.
Give me a diplomacy check.
A hot 12.
Cool. You see him. His head doesn't move as he's like electrocuting Durrin, but the irises of his eyes snap up to you, and they seem to like grow bigger. And your diplomacy does not seem to affect him.
Fantastic. Time to do my favorite kind of diplomacy, laser sword.
Cody looks and is like, let's get on either side and fuck him up.
That will be a 14 against KAC.
That is not enough for his KAC.
All right, then that is it for Merrick.
Okay, Cody.
I was trying to get you to move forward so we could flank him. The electricity moving through his suit, you said, has depleted except for that one arm currently?
No, it was just for the attack. It seemed to reroute all of the energy into his left arm and is now like redispersed.
Okay, because I feel like when we saw him get shot and it sparked electricity, that it's going to shock us when we hit him. But I also feel like that's a Nile observation and not a Cody observation. So Cody's going 5 foot to like the side of him so someone can move in and flank him if they want, and he's going to punch him. Oh, god damn it. I've rolled 5 or 6 2s with this dice, so I think it might not be balanced. But that is going to be a miss for an 8.
Yes, that does not hit. It is the Watcher's turn.
Hold on, he just read up and attacked me.
Keep on
Sorry,
skipping
Durrin, I
Durrin,
skipped you.
Jane.
I skipped you,
It's okay.
Durrin. I'm sorry. You're supposed to go before Cody.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my standard action to think real hard and create some mirror Durrins near me.
Okay.
Murrins.
Some Murrins, yes. Oh, cool. There's only one extra one. That's great. Rolled the minimum
is it-
on that.
2 total? Is it like mirror image, like 1 + 1, or is it just 1?
As in, it's me and my mirror image.
Okay.
So there's only 2 Durrins right now, unfortunately. And then I'm going to try, hopefully my feet mobility keeps me a little bit alive, because it adds to my AC when I leave a threatened square. So I'm going to get the fuck away from him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he will take his attack of opportunity on you. That's a 12 to get your
that
KAC.
definitely doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. I pull away and get to safety a bit.
Yes, you managed to scamper to safety. Now it is his turn. His focus now seems to be on Merrick. As he stands up, his eyes kind of remain on you, and it's that creepy, like his head's moving, but his eyes aren't anymore, as his head like readjusts so that he's looking at you. And he's going to attempt to punch you. That's another 12 against your KAC.
Bear, that doesn't do it by 1. Whew, thank God.
Now, is he casting a spell?
He is not.
Okay.
Also, Jolting Surge, the cool thing about Starfinder is a lot of touch spells don't provoke attacks of opportunity. So Jolting Surge, which is what he used, doesn't provoke. But yes, no, that's only a 12. So he takes another sort of like backhand swing at you, but completely misses. And it is now your turn, Merrick.
Awesome. Merrick's going to use the momentum from dodging that swing to take a 5-foot step to be flanking him with Cody.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's +2 to hit, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Cool. Then I'm going to roll to attack. Just hopefully start doing damage to this guy. That will be a 16.
That is not enough.
Oh no, this is very hard to hit.
You feel like you almost had him, but that sort of like electric jumpsuit kind of like sparks and repels your blade.
Quick question: Does he get a flanking bonus?
Yep.
I did.
Already. Sorry. My mind blanked on it then. Sorry.
Is your turn.
Okay. So I'm hurt, but I'm going to, with my pistol, I am going to use the cover fire action and hopefully give these boys some extra bonuses to their attacks.
Right. So you're going to be rolling against 15 AC, and you'll be granting them a +2 to their AC.
No. The first person that attacks next gets it.
Isn't that harrying fire?
What?
Cover fire's AC, right?
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Okay. He said cover fire and then said give you a bonus to attacks.
Yeah, it does.
Didn't I say AC?
Okay, so...
sorry. I misread. My brain misread all of that. Holy shit. You're right. I meant to do harrying fire. You're correct.
Okay, yeah, cool. It's funny because you both said different things back to me and I was like, my brain was breaking. I was like, which did I hear?
So you're going to be rolling against 15? Against AC 15. If you succeed, yes, you'll be giving them a +2 to their next attack.
Yep. Whoever attacks next, I don't know who. Maybe Cody. 50-50 shot at this. No, I got a 10, so unfortunately my harrowing fire does not work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn, I guess.
What kind of energy is your pistol?
Fire.
Okay. Yes, as you take a shot off, you see like another peal of that electricity kind of just completely take care of whatever you're doing for this dude. And Cody, it is now your turn.
Cody's going to take a full round to attack twice.
Okay.
So I get -4s, but I get a +2 for flanking, so it's just -2s.
Ooh, smart.
First one is going to miss. That is a 7. Oh, fucking hell. Second one's also going to miss. I rolled a 3 and a 5. But it was higher and then just flipped over. So not the best round.
Then it's going to be the Watcher's turn again. Cody, you're just like pummeling him from the side, and he's not okay with that. So he's going to turn now to you and attempt to hit you. 16 against your kinetic.
Yep.
Okay. We finally did it, boys.
Someone's taking damage.
Someone's finally hit someone. That's going to be 6 points of electricity damage as the gauntlet that he shielded his fist with sparks with electricity again.
Damn. All right.
Merrick, it is your turn.
All right, let's keep it going. We got to hit him at some point, Cody. Let's go. How does no? That's another 17.
Oh, 17 hits.
Oh, hell yeah. Never mind. First one was 16.
17
This is one better.
Yeah, 17 is exactly what you needed.
Hell yeah. That will be 7 points of damage.
How do you hit him?
So we're just coming down with the Solarian blade. He turned his back to me, so he's sort of leaving himself wide open, so I'm just slashing him down his back.
And as you do that, you kind of cut a hole in that suit, and you see the energy begin to, the circuit's not complete anymore, and you see it sort of like ping-ponging around a little wildly, and he turns around to you, and Cody, you see this first. The yellow glow in his eyes goes away, and his posture kind of like slumps over for a second, and then he realizes what's going on, and he looks at you and he says, please don't hurt me. I will tell you whatever you want. I swear. Just don't hurt me.
Stand down then. Get on your knees. Your hands behind your back or in the air.
Hands behind. Yep. He everything you say, he does immediately.
Fuck.
I don't trust this, Merrick.
Can we
It's the suit,
detach
Durrin.
any of the parts of his suit?
I mean, you'd have to strip him naked.
What I mean is, like, I can't, like, break off the shield parts or anything. I can't, like, disarm him, right?
I mean, yeah, you could probably rip off like the gauntlet bit. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want, like, a disarm check?
You know what? No, he does it for you. He peels them off and he throws them on the ground, and he's just like, look, whatever you say, I will do. I will get face down. I'll break my hands. Do you want me to break my hands?
What's your name, man? What's your name?
He's going to like snap his own hands.
Cody
Whoa, really?
Cody grapples him to stop him doing that.
Like he actually does that?
He was going to, yeah.
Holy
Can
shit.
Cody stop him?
Yep, yeah, no, yeah. He's not resisting you at all. And he's like, okay.
What's your name?
My name is, and his eyes go yellow again, and this time it doesn't seem like it like takes over again, but he's like, no, I swear, I was just pretending, I wasn't gonna say, and he becomes seized with electricity as he begins convulsing, and you can smell that singed hair and singed meat smell as smoke begins pouring out of him, and he like slumps over as he's kneeled.
Fuck, we gotta... Cody just starts stripping his clothes off.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's very
Whoa.
dead.
Holy shit.
These nobles are monsters, are using people against their will, turning them into soldiers, and then frying them for disobeying. I thought we were just dealing with like some kind of small terrorist group, or...
Are they this refined to do something like this?
Looks like they are.
It makes me terrified to think what they're building.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a big elephant or something.
Wait, you actually thought that?
Wait.
I thought that too.
Sorry. Can we take a minute? A big elephant?
A big
Yeah,
elephant.
I was thinking something similar, like a big mechanical elephant.
Yeah,
What?
with like just people throwing spears from the top of it.
Yeah.
Well, we already saw the worms in people's flesh. An elephant?
Yeah,
I don't know why we both thought that.
we both are on the same page here, Cody. Get on the same level as us. Come on, man.
Cody misses a lot of stuff, so like this isn't the first time you guys have said things that didn't make sense to him, even though it's one of the strongest. So he immediately is like, oh, I'm such an idiot. You're right. It should have been an elephant.
All right. Well, let's pick up his fake mask and his tank, and we're going to bring the corpse back to T-22 to let him know we achieved it. At least we got rid of the invader.
You guys drag the body or bring the body back to sort of that central living area, and the Toppo have all kind of crowded around in a semicircle to watch you guys bring in this person. And once again, T-22 steps forward and says,
Damn, I didn't actually think you guys would be able to do it. Wow.
Why haven't you done this before?
Yeah, if we had a heads up, we may have been prepared for to meet the enemy in the first moment of our arrival.
They already said they're not up for a fight. It's okay. Sometimes people need a help.
Well, it's a bit more nuanced or complicated than that.
you see them look behind them to the rest of the Toppo, and there's some sort of like approving nods, and T-22 turns back to you.
You see, the Toppo are pacifists, and as much as we knew this guy was who he was, we weren't going to hurt him. We can't. It's not our way.
No, sorry. The anger was unbecoming. I completely respect you adhering to your beliefs. Well, it's been dealt with.
Isn't there another side to pacifism to defend yourself and prevent things like this as well?
The only way we would have been able to kill him would have been in his sleep or with poison or something that we don't believe in. And as much as we wanted to defend ourselves, we weren't going to betray our main code of conduct, because at that point, what are we defending?
Pacifism can't exist without some sort of deterrent or a will to defend yourself. At that point, you're just lying. I understand your belief, but sorry. Anyway.
Well,
No.
we've dealt with the problem now. Is there anybody else that big and tall and electric?
You see, they all kind of like look around and sort of in chorus say no.
Well, that's good news.
There's a reason we didn't tell you. If I was inviting strangers from the outside into our clan, letting them know that we would do nothing to defend ourselves, it would be a really stupid thing to do. So I apologize for the deceit, but I hope you understand why we did what we did.
We're flustered. This man was forced to do this against his will, and we watched as he was eliminated by the nobles in front of our eyes. So we're just a bit on edge. We're just trying to come to grips with what we're trying to go against.
Have you seen a large elephant being built anywhere?
I mean, if you really wanted to get down to it, I would say this thing is probably the closest thing that we've got to a large elephant in the fringe.
Cody looks worried all of a sudden.
We do have a lot to talk about, I suppose. Is now the time to talk about what the nobles are doing?
I mean, yeah, we can do it. You know what? Look, take a second, catch your breath. We'll whip up something to eat when we'll discuss it over dinner.
Fantastic.
And they begin sort of like going out, and then you hear further on down the end being like, what the fuck happened to the kitchen?
I don't think there's going to be any dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, friends. Space GM Dane here to do the things. We're going to keep this very, very quick. First and foremost, we hope you're enjoying the episode. Second of all, we are nearing the end of the Whispering Woods arc, which means we'll be starting a new arc very shortly, which means I'm going to need names for a bunch of new NPCs. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in and you would like to have either your name or your username or your Twitter handle or something to be incorporated into the NoQuest world, well, there's a bunch of easy things you can do. First and foremost, follow us either on Twitter or Instagram at NoQuestCast. Tweet about the show with hashtag NoQuestCast or join our Discord server. I will say I usually prioritize our Discord server for names because it's just the easiest one for me to access and scroll through and pick a name out of it. But when I'm writing, I do look through our Instagram, our Twitter followers, and people who are talking about the show on either one of those platforms. So if you would like to have your name included either as an NPC or a location or something like that, those are the ways to do it. Now, I've mentioned the Discord, and I've mentioned it, I think, since we've started it. It's becoming a lot of fun. We recently started, due to popular demand, a Boomer fan club. So if you were one of the people who got strangely attached to one of the first enemies the guys fought, you can join the Discord server and ask to become a member of the Boomer fan club. It is called the Boom Crew, and you have exclusive access to a channel called the Boom Room. So if that's something that interests you, and a surprising amount of people have been interested, head on over to noquestcast.com and click Discord link, and it'll give you an invite and you can join, and we are a lovely and friendly and fun bunch. There's a bunch of other things that you can do on the Discord. Fan theories is currently a big thing. People are really, really into trying to guess what's happened to Cody and anything about Azin. Those are sort of like the two hot topics. Second of all, there's also a place where you can suggest magic items for me to reward the boys with at some point in time. And finally, the boys and I would just really like to thank you all for the support that you're showing the show, the engagement and the encouragement that you guys have been giving us. It really does mean a lot to us. We are so incredibly lucky to have you guys rallying behind us. It makes doing the show even more fun when you guys engage with us and say the things that you've been saying to us. It really does mean the world to us. So we just wanted to take a quick second and thank you for the people who were with us from the start, who have joined on midway through, and to the people who have been recommending us out on Twitter. We see you and we love you and we can't thank you enough. It really, really does mean the world to us. So thank you. And I think that is it, friends. So without further ado, I will allow you to enjoy the rest of the episode, and I will see you in 2 weeks. You guys can take a moment to recover stamina if you would like.
Sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, they're going to take a second to sort of like clean up, get things back into a little bit of working order, and prepare some food for everyone.
Nothing deep fried, I guess.
Probably not.
Cody returns the knife and offers to help clean up the spilled salvage that was dropped down when we shot the thing.
Yeah, sure, and they definitely appreciate the assistance in helping out. Do you guys want to do anything before you sit down for dinner?
I don't believe so. Merrick's just trying to piece it together what's going on.
Merrick, are you writing stuff down in your notebook?
I am, yeah.
Where are you? Are you off to the side?
Yeah, I was just sort of nearby, probably sitting on a staircase or something. Just
all right. Cody's gonna kind of sidle up to you and look over your shoulder.
How's it going, Cody? Can I help you? Any questions?
Yeah. Do you have a page for me?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's pretty barren. I haven't had a lot of time to write since all this started going on, but don't worry, I'll fill it out after we finish this, and we're on the Maverick, sailing through space on the way to save Victor and our friends.
Could you write something down for me?
Of course.
Alpha.
Alpha. Is that a code name?
Just say his name is Alpha. If I lose my memory again, show me that page.
You know what, Cody? I'll keep this page special just for you, okay?
Thank you. I don't know what happened to it, and I'm worried it might happen again. I know you'll be here, and Durrin will be here.
Yeah. And
I'll become friends with you again, I'm sure. But I don't want to forget that again. So if you could just thank you.
As a Kasathan, I think the worst nightmare that could happen to one of my people is to forget who they are. So I apologize that's what you've been dealing with. And I know I can be a little rough around the edges sometimes. But if you ever want to talk about it or need help, I am here.
You and Durrin have helped me more than you could ever know. When I came to, I had nothing. I was nothing. And that's not the case anymore. So
it's all right.
I'm not all me, I don't think, but for now I'm enough, and that's because of both of you. If it happens again, please show me that page.
Yeah, no, of course. Now let's go get something to eat, and we'll talk about how to deal with this elephant.
Durrin, what are you doing?
Healing up. I don't think I'm going away from Cody or Merrick. I might just maybe listen to them if I'm not trying to be weird and eavesdrop and just hanging around them,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
T22 walks over to you and hands you a small syringe and says,
"What's this?"
You took a pretty big hit in the main room, I saw, and I figured, it'll make you feel better. Trust me.
Hesitantly, I'll roll up my sleeve and let them do their thing.
And they do, and you are going to heal. Oh, damn. 15 points of HP.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I feel better and I feel a little bit rejuvenated. Thank you. Do I call you T22?
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay. Thank you.
I got a question for you.
Oh, sure. Shoot.
And they look over at Cody and Merrick in conversation, and they say,
"How many people would you say you killed?"
With all due respect, I don't think that's a very appropriate question, T22.
I mean, you were pretty eager to tell me my way of life was wrong and a lie. So if we're going to have that conversation, I would like to know.
He's going to take a moment and think about that. Enough. I've seen enough. And I've seen what war and peace actually mean.
And if you had to guess, how many of them are you glad you killed?
Just one.
Then please don't question why we don't do it.
And they get up and walk away. There's a bit of time before you start seeing the Toppo almost silently funnel into the dining room. And you get the sense that it is time for dinner.
Is there beer?
No, there is
God
not.
damn it. Cody's he's just so desperate to explore his newfound, I don't know, freedom.
Do you ask any of them?
Fully, yes. Well, I guess, we'll sit down and, what's the first course? Or, is it just, a free-for-all? Is it just one dish? What kind of meal are we looking at?
This is the exact opposite of Kaya, where Kaya was sort of a celebration. Everyone was sharing food. Everyone was talking and laughing. There was people running around. This is almost silent. And they all kind of take off their masks and put them beside them or on their lap. And you now see what the Toppo actually look like. And they are these pale, wrinkled, bald, three-eyed humanoids with this sort of large crescent mouth. And they begin eating their gray block of nutrient-dense food. And pretty much all you hear is the sounds of cutlery on plates as they sit there and eat their meal in silence.
Is it actually, no, I'm going to sense motive. That's I think an 11. Yes. Is it a mournful, are they upset? Or are they just is this just how they do?
It's tough to tell, but you can get the sense that this probably isn't how it always is.
Okay.
But it also doesn't seem strange, if that makes sense.
It's too confusing for Cody. Cody's gonna look around and be like, do we have beer with dinner? Is that, or is it just a getting drunk thing?
One of the older Toppo that is sitting beside you laughs and reaches into their coat and pulls out a small metal flask and unscrews it and hands it over to you. And they say, I don't know how much experience you have with liquor or spirits,
0.
but okay. They reach over, take the flask close, and put it back in there.
I reflex to get it to not have it taken back.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me is there a sleight of hand?
There
isn't, right?
I have nothing.
Is there? Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
That's a 17.
Yeah, you managed to pull your hand back, and are you drinking it?
No, it was a reflex. I don't actively do it. And the second I do it, because I want some, I realize it's rude, and I'm just sorry, but do you mind? It's a new experience for me. Also, is it a hip flask?
Yeah.
Because that's just so fucking cool. Cody really it is probably one of his heroes, what they drink out of, and seeing one is just cool to him.
The older Toppo that gave it to you nudge a couple of the people beside him, and they all kind of look over, and with a smile they say, "You know what? Yeah, go for it."
Cody just beams at his two friends and takes a little bit.
Yeah, roll me a fortitude save.
Oh, off the table. It was almost a 14, but it ends up being a 6. So 10 total.
You're unconscious.
Now,
oh no.
What kind of effect is this?
This is...
Would I be unconscious? Yeah, okay. I'm going to reboot using my rebooting nanites and attempt to save again.
Okay.
That's a nat 1. So Cody goes down, bangs his head off the table, comes right back up, maybe takes another sip.
Yeah, you once again you just face plant on the table, and the older Toppo just fucking dies laughing, and it's this laughter that fills this silent room. And some of the other Toppo, you can almost Merrick and Durrin, you notice that there is almost a collective sigh of relief, and a small murmur begins crawling through the crowd as they have their own sort of individual conversations. And T22 sits down in a spot in front of you on the other side of the table, and they look at the older Toppo and say,
Seriously? Seriously, you give them that? They save our asses, and you give them that?
and the old one is just fucking laughing. And T22
It's okay.
reaches over the table and gives you a smack on the head to wake you back up, and you're able to regain consciousness, but you feel like shit.
I also waste a resolve point to do the reboot as well. Cody's like, "What did I get hit? My mouth tastes like gasoline."
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much drank distilled gasoline, more or less. Now let's talk about our end of the deal. You wanted to get to the noble stronghold, yes?
Yes.
We can get you there by nightfall. And if that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do. We'll get you as close to it as we can, or we can get you there during the day, whatever time you want, but the soonest we can get you is tonight. What would you like?
Tomorrow, maybe?
Wow.
Cody says, like, rubbing his temple.
But then we're approaching in the day. It's better to approach at night, but how's everyone's condition?
You know what? I guess it's fine. I have one resolve left, but I guess we probably won't get to rest anyway.
I'll be okay. I would like to know what kind of information we have on what's going on over there. If you and your people have a sense of the ground, or maybe you've heard something, but what are they building? And why isn't it a giant elephant?
If you think we go anywhere near the nobles, you're insane. I mean, you saw what they did to one of their own. What do you think they do to us? And what do you think they are doing to us? I don't know what they're building. And if you think that it's some rudimentary, backwater nothing, you need to wake up. Because whatever they're building, whatever's getting them this organized and this riled up is bad.
Where'd their technology come from? It's like something I've never seen before. Have they always been this advanced? Is it a recent development? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. They're not exactly the brightest bunch, but there's definitely people among them that know how to put things together.
I feel like what they're doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, like Merrick was saying, this feels, especially from what I've heard of them, outside of their wheelhouse, or a step above what they usually do. Am I wrong in saying that?
You're not completely incorrect. I mean, they have always been ruthless, and they've always used these terrible inventions to be horrible to other people and themselves. But the idea of them sort of uniting and taking over and conquering other tribes, that wasn't their thing. They wanted to rule over the other tribes, to full out slaughter them and amass an army by forcing other people to join. That's not really their thing until recently. So if you're looking for some sort of change in pattern, that would be it.
Dane, may I do a lore check with you real quick?
Yes.
I was about to ask, just to jog my memory, but exactly what Cyrus, his name was Cyrus, right, said about Azan, like the time frame on that?
Yes, he seemed to have arrived sort of before you guys did, and was trying to convince the nobles to not do whatever it is they're doing.
Thank you.
That's very concerning.
So Azan doesn't seem to be the cause of this, if we look at what Cyrus said, which is bizarre.
It is worrying that he tried to stop them, so are they even worse than him?
Yes.
As in the many times we've interacted, he's never been one to stop many things.
Does he have a fear of elephants?
If he had something like that as a weakness, we'd be in good shape.
To be fair, we would never see it coming.
You folks haven't come across any bizarre liquid?
I came across a bizarre liquid a few minutes ago.
T22 laughs, and the old guy laughs as well.
No, I mean, we don't really come across anything new when we're down here. That's kind of the point.
Nothing made that could be silver in color?
No, I mean, again, liquid is pretty rare in the fringe, so we would have known. But no, we haven't seen anything like that.
Merrick puts over his hand over his rip pocket where the vial was.
If I think about this, The sooner we go there, the sooner we find out what's happening.
The quicker response we can get to Kaya about
Exactly.
defensive preparation. So we should go tonight.
Yeah, we need to go tonight. I don't see any other way around it. The sooner we find out what is happening there, the better. The better for Kaya, the better for the Toppo, the better for everyone.
Out of game, or out of character, I do only have one resolve point left, which means I could only restrain once, only reboot once, or only not die once. But that's fine.
Oh yeah,
I just wanted
I only
everyone
have
to
2 left too, but I think it's just too important to get
let's
this
do it.
done now.
Despite we might run into conflict, that is not our aim here. We go in, we recon, we find out what the hell is going on, and we make a decision from there.
We're not noble enough to be afraid of retreat.
This isn't about retreat right now.
We'll do what we have to do.
I agree.
All right. Well, then I'll send someone around to fix you up, and we'll get you as close to fight shape as we can get you. And I'll come get you when we're close.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
T22.
T22.
Would either of you boys like a drink?
I'm good.
What's the number and letter on the person beside me?
M6.
I say, my good friend M6. They definitely have something good.
And you see them take like a big look at me swig of the thing, like way too long of a drink for what that is, as like a I'm stronger than you kind of move.
Cody loves it.
T22 gets up and presumably goes to inform whoever's driving this thing where they're going. And sure enough, people do come by to take care of you, to your wounds. They give you more of those injections that they gave Durrin. So I will let you guys, you know what? You guys heal. Damn, I've rolled really well on these. 16 points. So if anyone's down HP...
I'm already full. Do they have a to-go container?
They don't.
Same.
So yes, your stamina's back, and they healed you for that amount. And T22 comes and finds you after a little bit. It's not that long, and they say,
You guys want to see something cool?
Well, yeah.
Always.
Sure.
They lead you towards the back of the mobile bunker, and they bring you to where you fought the Watcher. They reach up and pull down a little button that's on a wire, and they press it, and the back sort of opens up like a shutter, and you see this glowing green substance. And you kind of saw it when you first entered the Fringe, the glowing green stuff deep in the chasm. And T22 looks at you and he says,
Do you know what this is?
No, please enlighten us.
This is a dead apocalypse.
Pardon?
Merrick pulls out his solar weapon and grips it real tight.
Whoa, that's really cool.
Do you know about the whole living apocalypse thing that ravaged our planet?
Kind of.
Loosely.
My weapon has a gem of the apocalypse, a shard within it.
Yeah, I mean, so this is kind of where that kind of stuff comes from. It's when it was defeated or banished or whatever, it kind of seeped into the ground, and that's why the Fringe is as fucked as it is because the radiation of the dead apocalypse is just permeating through, and just look.
and they point out, and you see one of those roots that you have been seeing, and it seems to be kind of absorbing. There's like a green tendril going up into the root and sort of dissipating.
It's our theory that the tree is acting as some sort of anti-radiation, and the closer you are to it, the less the apocalypse was able to affect. And the further you go, the more it does affect, which is why the Fringe is barren of life.
That's really cool, but it's not harmful now?
I mean, oh yeah, no, it's super radiated. Like, it's real bad news, and you're lucky this thing is pretty much made of lead, so we're safe, but you definitely don't want to go anywhere near this stuff.
I thought the nobles wouldn't be digging this up, would they?
I don't know. I mean, hey, let me tell you, I hope not.
What would that mean?
Maybe they could spray it out the elephant's trunk.
Oh my god. Cody, that's brilliant.
Some kind of...
I'm so sorry, Dave.
Like
I'm
weed.
sorry we did this to you.
Some kind of weed killer, almost. Take out the forest.
I hope the episode has an elephant name. somewhere. It's clever.
Episode 10, The Elephant in the Room.
Oh yes!
I
Oh,
don't
it's too
name the
good.
episodes, boys. I don't name the episodes.
Well, but now you do.
This one you do.
T22 just looks and just says, I mean, I thought it was cool, so I figured you might want to know, but now I am substantially concerned.
Well, now we know what we could be looking for, and we appreciate that. Thank you, T22, for sharing your knowledge.
Whatever they're doing, we're going to stop it. For you guys and for our friends back in Kaya.
Well, let's hope so.
And some more time passes, and you feel the bunker rock to a halt. And T22 comes and gets you and says,
Well, this is the end of the line for you guys. We are about 100 feet away from the stronghold. So there's another hatch that you can go up to the surface, but we aren't getting any closer than this.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. T22, it was a wonderful experience to spend it with your people.
Tell M6 that I'll be back to drink with them someday. They're my second drinking buddy.
I will. I'll let you know.
Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Hey, if you remember, this was a deal. So consider your contract closed.
and they extend a handout to you guys.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I
Yeah,
shake their hand.
I'll shake their hand.
Yeah, everyone give me a Wilson. No, I'm kidding.
It's just Apocalypse wearing a suit.
Before they run out, what's our exit plan?
Are you asking?
Because
T22?
right now I'm asking out of game all of us. Because
It's funny because partially I was going to ask if we could maybe fix up the bike while we were there, and I completely forgot to do that.
We'll just go on foot. I prefer going on foot.
Well, it's probably safer with Durrin around.
good one. Good one.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
I love you, Durrin.
Love you too, Cody.
Can we ask? Well, I'm going to ask T22. Any thoughts on how we should get back? I assume you won't be sticking around.
Oh, absolutely not. No, our agreement was to get you to the stronghold. Sorry guys, we're not hanging around here.
No,
Okay.
no.
Stay safe.
We'll find a way back. Maybe steal an elephant. Who knows?
And yeah, they lead you to up the back of the way you came through like that small little hatch, and you get to another one of those makeshift tunnels that brings you up to the surface of the fringe once again.
I'm losing.
And yeah, you guys get out onto the fringe, and you guys wanted to go at nighttime, right? It's still night.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. So you exit out of this hatch out to the surface of the fringe, and 100 feet away from you stands this behemoth of a fortress, constructed mostly of scrap metal and twisted and weathered wood. This makeshift castle casts an imposing silhouette against the night sky. There are spiked parapets cresting along the top of the walls, and then there is a 10-foot wide moat that is completely empty that circles around the perimeter. From within the castle, you can hear the sounds of grinding metal and hammered metal, and they're mixed in with a chorus of power tools that every now and then screech to life. What would you like to do?
Viewfinder.
Mm-hmm.
Scope it out.
Yeah. Break out the old telescope.
Oh hell yeah!
Cool. Yeah, give me a perception check, and I'm going to give you a +5 on this check because you're using something that amplifies your vision.
Cool.
Okay.
Durrin, do you want to do it? Since you probably are better at checking things out than I am.
Maybe. What's your perception?
It's not great.
Neither's mine.
All right, then let's just do it. I got it.
Okay, mine is +7. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, yours is better than mine. Go right ahead.
Then I'll do it. I will take a peek through the viewfinder. And I got a 14. I didn't add the +5 yet, so I guess 19.
19 is good. You do a pretty thorough search of the walls and the outside. There seems to be a drawbridge that covers the moat, but you don't see anybody on guard right now. There's no one on the walls. There's no one at the gates. There is no one, and all you can hear is this metal and construction sound from within.
Fuck.
This doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't. But we have no choice but to proceed forward.
Sure. How would you like to proceed? You're about 100 feet away
Stealthily.
behind a rock outcropping, so you are currently concealed. But there is, I know this is a weakness of ours, but there is 100 feet of open wasteland between you, and there's a 10-foot moat between you and the castle.
Okay.
I don't think we can do this, boys.
Yeah, we'll go back.
We have to move forward. I'm going to try to stealth up. It's all like rocky and deserty, right?
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to try to sneak up to the moat stealthily. I'm going to use my side rail influence to add a d6 to my stealth roll.
Okay.
Let's do it. I will sneak up as well.
Bye, guys.
There'll be a 20 unnatural.
Okay. Durrin?
28.
Okay. And Cody, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wait till they get into position so I don't foul up their fucking stealth checks. I do have 60-foot dark vision in case that reveals anything useful.
Again, you don't see anybody. As you guys move up, there's nothing happens, no lights come on, nothing. It is still just dark. There's a little bit of light pollution from inside the castle, but no, you don't see or hear anything.
I guess I'm gonna try stealth over to them. It's an 8.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get there undetected. As you guys
Did we,
get closer to the moat, there is this horrible smell. Absolutely terrible.
Okay. I look into the moat.
You can tell this has been used as both a dumping ground for bodies and a toilet.
Oh.
The work.
Oh, that smell would be so bad.
Especially in the
Absolutely
desert? Yeah, terrible. So there are a mix of like bones and rotting corpses. There's a fairly large number of new dead bodies mixed in with what is like, however many decades of bathroom usage.
Damn.
And everyone give me a perception check, please.
Cool.
Don't rely on me, boys. That's a 9.
13.
21. Rolling
Oh,
good.
thank fuck.
Merrick, from around the side of the castle, you hear laughing and shouting, and it seems to be two voices.
With the spyglass, can I see it, or is it on the other side of the wall?
It's around like the bend.
Okay. So this moat, how far across is it?
10 feet.
It's 10 feet wide. Yeah.
How is everyone's jumping?
I'm pretty sure me and you can do it easy.
Yeah.
Like
It
with a
is
running
not my
start,
strong.
we just need to roll a 10, right?
Yeah, I have double jump distance.
Maybe you could carry Durrin on your back.
Yeah, let's do it. Hop on, Durrin.
Okay. As motivation, if we mess this up, that's going to be us.
Yeah. I put my arms 3 and 4 behind me into like a little seat, so are at least a little bit comfier.
And I guess I saddle up on him and I guess he can use two of his arms to piggyback me while his others do whatever they need to do.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right, let's jump across. Athletics.
Yep. For you and Cody, please.
Ooh, I didn't roll great, but luckily my number's high.
Yeah. If it's only 10 feet, I pass and I get a 13.
Perfect.
I got a 14.
Amazing. Yeah, you guys are you take 2 steps back and just fucking bounce on over. And you are now sort of hugging the perimeter wall. There's about 5 feet between the wall and the moat.
Cody kind of whispers to Merrick, the voices they're not coming near, are they?
Well, we're going to have to go close to them and see what's going on. Let's get to the corner and poke our heads around. Darren, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't think Cody should come with you at all.
I'll peek around. I won't. If you hear me yell, just...
Yeah, I'll be a little bit behind you. I'll try to stay 10 feet behind. Cody, you stay where you are right now.
But let me go first. And the
Yeah.
moment I see what I need to see, I'll come back and relay the information to you.
All right.
25 stealth.
Fantastic. That's actually boosted because the noise coming from inside the castle is making quite a racket. Yeah, you come around the corner and you see that there are 2 nobles that are on the same side as the moat as you, so against the castle wall, that are currently peeing into the moat. And you hear one of them being like, "You think we'll ever fill it?" And the other one's like, "Of course we will. We've been using it for how long? We'll fill it eventually." And they just standing there, just pissing in this moat. And you suddenly hear cheering from inside, and the two of them sort of like look at each other and shake themselves off and tuck themselves back into their pants and run to the side of the wall, and they peel back like one of the pieces of scrap metal, and they climb inside the castle.
And they just like left like completely unguarded at that point.
What do you mean?
I thought these were the guards here, and they just kind of left their post to go to the cheering. Yeah, or am I misunderstanding?
It would appear that they were inside. They snuck out through the back through this loose panel of scrap metal to piss, and have gone back in because they hear cheering.
I'll scurry back to Merrick and Cody and let them know, like, we have a way in here, but I don't know what's going to be on the other side. I hear some cheering, but
that means it could be done. We have to go and see what's happening.
I know.
Yeah, them cheering is bad news for us.
Yeah.
All
right, you take the lead, Durrin. We'll be behind you.
And I'll sneak in through that little that passage.
Sure. Give me a stealth check, please.
I got a 21.
Okay. You walk in. You have dark vision, yes?
Yes, I do.
Cool. You peel back this piece of metal, and you enter into a room that looks like it's been turned into a makeshift prison. There are cages filled with people, and you have gone unnoticed. A lot of them seem injured. They all look exhausted. They all look hungry. Most of them are just kind of like slumped over. A few of them are trying to see what's happening out, but you have not been noticed. But there is probably like well over 100 people crammed into this room. Cody, Merrick, what are you doing?
I'm just going to try to follow, like keeping my distance from where Durrin's headed, but I'm just going to try to take my time and head in that direction.
And hopefully if no one's around, I'll kind of give them a wave to come a little closer.
Okay, but you guys aren't going into the room yet?
No.
If
I'm going to wait
on
for them
stealth, I'm going to ruin this whole thing. So.
Shit, okay.
So all the people are just in these cages right now?
Yes.
How much you want to bet there's an arena going on and that's what the cheering is?
Something like that.
Yeah, but how do we get, like, I know they're slaves, but they still might give
well,
us
if
away.
You guys are talking, you have to be in the same room, because right now you guys are...
I'm assuming Cody's not in the same room, but Durrin and Merrick are whispering to each other, I'm guessing. That's how I interpreted it.
I thought we were talking out of game.
I'm just saying, you can talk out of game to clarify what's happening, but if you want to talk about what's happening, you either need to be in the same room or let me know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll advance to be in the same room, to be in like the entrance to this cage room.
Okay, then I need everyone going in to give me a stealth check.
All right, I guess I'll roll stealth then as well. Oh, nat fucking 20.
Oh, hell yeah!
I rolled a 14.
Cody, you go in first, and you feel the panel slipping for a second, and just with like lightning fast reflexes, you catch it and sort of lock it into place so that it won't come loose again, and you go in completely undetected. Merrick, you are peeling back the panel, and despite Cody putting it into place, it's slightly to the left now, and you've overcorrected and bump into a rattling piece on the right, and some of the people in cages look over to you and now see you. A soft murmuring goes over the crowd as they're just like, who's that? Who are they? They're going to get us killed.
I hold up a finger to like shush them.
I'm going to roll like diplomatically. I'm going to like enter the room with my hands up, and I'm going to sort of, because anyone specifically look important or like an adult. I'm just going to find the closest adult.
It is a mixed bag of race and gender and age. It is a complete mishmash of people, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of like these people are like packed in, like they are like pretty much like shoulder to shoulder in these cages.
Hello, we don't mean you any harm.
Shh.
All right.
You see like there's a woman with like this tangled hair, and she's like, you have to be quiet. I don't know what you're doing here, but if you've got to go, You are going to get us killed. And you can see that she has her arm around a small child's mouth, or like a hand covering the child's mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Then we'll keep moving, unless you want to tell us what's happening here, but we'll be on our way.
Oh.
You can give me a diplomacy check if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, I would love to.
Oh, no.
Are you okay,
Okay.
Terry?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm having a crisis over here, okay?
That's a 25.
She waves you over.
Look, I know that this is risky for all of us right now, but all we're trying to do is figure out what's going on. We're not here to cause harm. We could be in and out if we just know what we're looking for.
It's in the courtyard, but you cannot drive attention to us. We are just scraping by, and if they think that we're helping you, we're all dead. So please, whatever you're doing, keep us out of it. But what you're looking for is through that door. And she gestures to the door at the other end of the room.
Thank you for taking this risk.
Dane,
Yes.
with a 11, do I see, is it like a complex cage, or is there like a way to get people free if we wanted to? Like a lock or anything?
There doesn't look like there is a door to these cages. Durrin, give me an engineering check or a perception check.
Okay.
Actually, no, it would be, give
My
me an engineering check. Anyone.
I rolled engineering, so it's a 24.
Okay. Cody, what, you were going to say something?
I just want to percept the cages to see if I can see the wedding band Andres.
Sure, I will say that this will be a very, very difficult check because, like I said, they are shoulder to shoulder, and it's
That's
yeah.
fair.
So
I
you
have
could try it.
fuck all
Absolutely.
perception anyway. That's a 22 perception. 19 on the die.
You don't see a ring. No.
Okay.
Durrin, what did you say?
24 on my engineering.
These look like they were built around them.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
All right, let's keep moving.
That's so fucked.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing we can do now. We'll report it when we get back.
Cody's like pale and his fists are clenched because walking by these people, even if it's only temporarily, is fucking killing him inside.
I feel you. Durrin feels like he has very little opportunities in his life to save people, and he felt like this was going to be one of them, I guess. And I don't think we can help them right now, and that's awful.
We just have to keep moving forward.
So there's a door at the end of the room that is slightly ajar, and on the other side of it you can hear a fairly large crowd cheering and screaming.
All right, I guess we slowly open it until we can get a vision as to what they're cheering about.
So despite the fact that you entered the castle on the ground floor, you are now looking down into a courtyard from a narrow walkway that runs along the entire exterior wall. There are doors that seem to be leading into chambers similar to what you're in right now along this walkway, but it seems like the majority of the castle is in the area below you. And then in this courtroom, there's courtyard, there's this massive group of people that have surrounded this thing in the center of the courtyard that has scaffolding all around it, and it's covered with these patchwork tarps and throw blankets and stuff. It just seems to be covered by whatever they could get that was big enough to cover it, and they're all screaming and chanting and throwing things and like freaking out. And you see one person that seems to stand out is there is this huge man wearing this segmented armor that's like, twice probably the size of him, and it is splashed with yellow paint. And he is standing on a platform above the scaffolding. Would you like to do anything?
Just observe, I think, for now.
So when you say
Yes.
he's in armor twice the size of him, are you saying he's in like a mech suit?
Not quite. It just seems like the armor is bigger than a man his size needs.
Okay.
But he's not in like a
Kind of
mech
like
suit.
power armor almost or something, right?
Similar to that, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yes, give me perception checks as you look down into this courtyard.
Oh no.
Well, 11.
It's gonna be sad. Like, I'm not looking forward to whatever we're about to find.
It's not going to be good. Whatever it is, I hate it already.
Well, I rolled a 24, so hopefully we find it.
Oh, same. 24.
Oh my god. Best friends.
We're going to get scarred together.
Cool. With the 24s, you see that a lot of the nobles that are on the outskirts of the group have freshly carved crowns into their back, and they don't seem hesitant. They're still very much a part of the cheering and the crowds, but they seem to be newer additions to the group.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are they getting more people?
That's a good question.
I think they were saying that they were slowly taking over like the villages and shit, and that only the Toppo are holding out, right?
Correct. Yeah, Cyrus told you that they were rolling in and being like, either join our army, or they were being sent to the labor camps, or like the work camp. And there also seems to be like another group of people that they've just put in cages. Is there anything you guys want to do, or reposition, or do anything, or are you good, sort of at the edge of this?
This center thing, this thing that's covered, if we move around up here, is there a way to get a better angle on it, or we sort of just have to wait for them to reveal it?
Yeah, it doesn't look, it seems to be like pretty much 360 covered, so it would be difficult to get an angle on it.
Is there a place we could go to that would be any better? Like right now, I don't see any risk or like any need to move.
Yeah, I think we just stay here for now, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like it is a circular courtyard, so sort of like everywhere you go would be sort of the same distance away from it. But right now, most of the crowd has their back to you. So this is a decent spot to be.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll stay here.
Then as you guys are watching, the large man on the scaffolding slams his hands together with a thunderous echo. And he shouts out, "All right, get the peasants back to the dungeon." And you see from under the tarp some of the nobles escorting people away from whatever's under it to a staircase that seems to go deeper into the castle. And there was a handful of probably like 20 people that they were escorting out.
Okay.
Once these people have been sort of like brought down to these stairs, the scaffold begins getting pushed away as well, and the only thing that remains now is this tall sort of like tower that this big knight is standing on. And from the sides, some more nobles come and grab the tarps, and they pull off the sheets, revealing this large orange cylinder metallic vessel. It doesn't look fancy. It doesn't look cool. It is just this large orange like cylinder, and the front of it has this curved hatch that slides down, and the crowd goes fucking crazy. And out onto a walkway from this vessel and this door walks out a young man in this polished armor and this thick purple cloak and a crown of twisted metal. And he holds out his arms, and everyone that's in this crowd drops to one knee. The guy in the yellow armor jumps off the thing and slowly descends to his side with these like jet boosts that sort of like control his descent. And the young man looks out and he says, "My loyal subjects, the day that we have fought so hard and so long for is finally upon us. Our time of toiling has nigh reached its end. Together we will end the tyranny of those that dwell within the shade of the cursed woods. And with flame and steel we shall fell that which continues to poison our great kingdom. So join me, loyal subjects, upon our great chariot of freedom." And a bridge extends out and down into the crowd from the vessel, and the nobles begin pouring into it. And the knight in the yellow armor takes a step in front of the king and sort of like makes a barrier between the unwashed masses and royalty, and they all are just like filing in like lemmings as this courtyard begins to clear. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I look at the bomb in Durrin's pouch. I look at the cylinder. Like, is it like does it have wheels, or is it just like a fucking, like a giant gas tank kind of thing?
So rocket?
It is a almost perfectly cylinder tube I guess, that is quite large. It has kind of a rounded, domed top, and it's currently sitting on these like 4 legs, and it seems to be connected to the ground.
Okay.
Like, is it on its side or is it pointed up?
The cylinder is going like upwards.
So it's
Okay.
kind of like a dinky rocket.
Yes, yeah. If you want to, yes. It doesn't look like a rocket, but if you need like that visual, yes, it is.
Okay, yeah.
It is similar to that, and it's standing on these like it is being sort of suspended up with these four like legs, and it seems to be connected to the ground.
I'm so confused.
They're coming. I don't know what we're looking at.
Let's just go back and be like, it's good. I don't know, they built a fucking circle. It's the worst
big
I've ever seen.
It's worse than we thought.
As the final nobles pour into this vessel, the king begins his entrance back into it. As these the 2 nobles that escorted the captives downstairs are running to catch up, and they're making their way up. There's 3 of them. The 3 nobles that were escorting the prisoners back down into the dungeon begin running back up to catch up the ramp, and as the king is about to go in, he stops and he cocks his head and he turns around, and it seems like someone is talking to him or whispering in his ear, and he looks out into the courtyard and he says, "At least have the nerve to show yourselves, cowards."
Oh no.
And he looks out, and do you guys do anything?
No. I put a hand on them and just stop our party from even making a movement in case he's not talking about us.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. We hesitate.
Cody's staring at the bomb that we have.
And he continues looking out. And he says, "Very well, peasants. You will die for your treasonous infiltration of my kingdom. Destroy them." As he walks into the vessel, and the 3 remaining nobles walk back down into the courtyard, and the painted knight jumps off and descends slowly. He extends his arms out, and 2 massive buzzsaws extend out from under his arms and into his hands, and he says, "We'll find you, one way or another."